Hello, everyone. This is TooneySA with guest Looper, and we're here today to get through. I think this is track number 15 at this point for the CTR time trial tournament. So we're getting very close to the end. It's either 14 or 15. That's my phone. Be quiet. Cortex Castle, I'd say, is actually quite an interesting one. While I was putting it together, just seeing how many people that usually do good didn't do so good in this particular one, but then there was a couple of people that really nailed it. So college dropout Looper, is there anything like you think is vital to having a smooth Cortex Castle run?
It's pretty much up to the part where you jump from the castle back to the finish line, because that's a USF pad.
Oh, is it? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and basically your Cortex Castle is a pretty hard track to maintain USF. Basically, for most of the time, this USF is only like useful up until the first ramp, because you immediately lose it, and the amount of effort you have to put in for it is, deems it more dangerous than actually useful.
Okay.
Other than that, the track is not really that interesting in general. It's pretty much straightforward, I'd say.
Yeah, there's only the obstacles of the spiders, but aside from that, it's straightforward in terms of hazards, isn't it? But I guess there's one talking point, which would be the shortcut towards the end of the stage, just before that pad you were talking about. You'll see, like, quite a few people get it, quite a few people don't, and the people who mess it up even a single time, like they end up worse off than if they probably hadn't have gone through it all, like compared to some of the people that didn't go for it at all. So, all right, I'm going to click play now so you can see for yourself what I mean. Or I should turn this up as well.
I'd imagine.
Right. I accidentally left the Engine Labs wallpaper on in the background.
Nice.
Mayo Doctor was going to join us, but he's not here. But he did help me finish all of the remaining tracks. So, and speaking of Mayo Doctor, he went off the track immediately. Yeah, he's helped me edit some of the later tracks, so we should be able to have every video from this tournament done, I think, by next month. So that's really promising.
So far, almost everyone is doing okay, but Yoga crashed into the corner.
Oh, has he gone all squishy? Oh, he has.
Yeah. Dante Panther spinning around after hitting the spider. Space Whip actually seems a little more confident over there compared to
his previous attempts. He's doing quite a lot of power sliding there, so fair play to him for that. I think he's in last place though currently. Oh, yeah. Well, that's going to cost him.
I think right now in the lead is Psychic. Oh, actually Marcus is overtaking Psychic by a little bit, but
Psychic losing most of his speed there.
Yeah, you're right behind them at this point. Behind you is Desert Monkey. Yeah, that's a top 3 standing. Volpro and Yoga slowly catching up.
MTB is so impressive with how much control he has over a character the size of Oxide. It's pretty scary. Like, I can imagine how much better he would have done if he was a normal sized character.
I actually know, in my eyes it's not really that different.
Oh, it's definitely different. It's so much easier.
It may be only me. It may be just me.
Psychic,
I've surely played as Oxide a lot of times. So but still, what do I know? So right now, we have a pretty intense battle between Psychic, Marcus, and someone
Luke.
else. It's
Luke is
Yoga.
quite close.
Luke as well.
Yeah, Luke's in the same hallway as Psychic right now.
Right now, yeah. But Psychic is overtaking by a little bit. Right now, Marcus is
in the lead.
Getting his first place. Oh, there he goes in the wall.
Yeah, he grinds off the wall, but he's still
grinds it over, but he still makes hits. Psychic and Luke are quickly synchronized. Yoga just behind them, and you as well.
Right, there's
Close
Luke,
back and
Marcus.
finishes.
Oh, Luke first, okay. Alright, then Sidekick was just a little bit behind.
Sidekick is just right behind.
Oof, did I beat Yoga there? Oh, no. Narrowly did beat Yoga.
Fifth. That's actually a more interesting track. I haven't seen that many close battles yet.
AO falling off again. Oh, he's having a nightmare. He falls off on lap 1 and lap 3, sorry.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many close quarter battles in all this tournament actually, which is nice.
Basically, unfortunately, that first lap mistake. Oh, and again, yeah, the first lap mistake kind of just cost him, yeah.
Nina makes it right before Mom does, and that marks Spacewood as last in this track.
Yeah, there is 3:25. I think I only put this one on to play through once, so I think that's it, and then it goes to the leaderboard. So, because there's only 2 of us, I thought there'd be less need for us to watch her a second time. If that's okay with you.
Should I do it?
Yeah, do you want to do the first like left panel, and I'll do the right?
Oh, sure. So we got overall a pretty intense battle between the top 6, I'd say.
Oh, is this the overall points by mistake?
That is overall points, I think.
I should switch those around, so let me just skip to this one here. Okay.
There we go. Okay. So yeah, basically in the top 5 now, top 6, top 5.
You do top 10, I'll do the other 8.
Yeah, so in the top 5 we have a pretty intense battle between the contestants. So I have Luke finishing first with 2:25.50, and right behind them Marcus finishes at 7:60. Right after that, like 120 milliseconds, goes Psychic right behind him. And then we had a battle between Tooney and Yoga, in which Yoga won with 2:32.310, and you finishing with 2:32.570. Right after that, a pretty good 5-second margin between you and Desert Monkey. 2:37.60. Cool Pro finishing 7th with 2:43.200. I'm actually kind of disappointed in Cool Pro. Shame on you.
Shame on you. You should have been here.
Yeah, I agree actually. Crystal Fisher finishing 8th with 2:45.100. Brendan finishing a 9th place. 2 minutes 49 seconds 190. And Lucas finishing at 10th with 2:44.54 140.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see, like, before Brandon Black kind of streamlined to just kind of get all his tracks done, he was a regular top 5 contender. Like, he was always in the top kind of 5. So, yeah, if he'd not sort of like raged through at the end, I reckon he could be, still in the top 6 a lot more regularly. Alright, so in 11th place we got Danta Fanta with a 3-second gap between him and Lucas. I'm sure Lucas will actually be quite happy to beat Danta Fanta, who's started off strong and then sort of became like mid-tier. So it's a pretty impressive victory for Lucas over Danta there. Then we've got Dr. Monkey Man, 2 seconds behind Danta Fanta, or less than 2 seconds. Dede and Monkey Man were very, very close to each other. I think that's the closest between 2 in the entire list. Then Mayo Doctor with a very disappointing 3:01. That's one of his lowest finishes at 14th. 15th was Nintendo Gen 64, 3:02. So he almost beat Mayo Doctor, who again has been a frequent top 10 player. Nina managing to get 16th place. 8 seconds gap, nearly exactly 8 seconds gap between Nina and Nintendo Gen. Then Mum, a 3:13, and finally Kazu with a sizable 12-second gap. So the overall, again, you can do the first slide and I'll do the second slide.
So overall we have Yoga with 322 points, my bad. Psychic following up with 284. Actually a 3-point gap between Psychic and Luke, which makes this a little interesting contest for the second spot. Cola Pro finishing with 240 points. Marcus with 234, and another pretty tight competition. So I see that Psychic and Luke will be competing for the second place, and Cole and Marcus for the fourth place in this tournament. Tooney is maintaining his sixth place with 199 points. That a really big gap, sort of a very big gap. The first big gap between first and second, then it's third and fourth, and now we have a bigger gap between sixth and seventh. We have Brendan with 160 points, sitting at 7th place. Mayo fell down a place with 155 points. Al maintaining his 9th place with 146 points, and he's going to be pretty soon overtaken by Crystal Fisher and Desert Monkey. Crystal Fisher was able to advance to 10th place with 145 points. Desert Monkey was able to advance to 11th place with 141 points total.
Okay, and then Chambersaurus, again, the DNF didn't play at all, so he's dropped down 2 spots in this particular panel. So it took, I think, 5 tracks of him not playing for him to finally drop into the second half of the table. And I think by the end of the tournament, Al will also join him on the second panel. So Chambers 134, 13th place, Dan Fanta with 115. Dr. Monkeyman, I guess, has a somewhat close rivalry still with Lucas. They're still within 8 points of each other, so a lot can still change between them two. I'm not sure if there's enough time for them to really threaten Dan Fanta's 13th spot. So we'll see if they can get enough points to at least take over Chambers before it's over. Then it's Nintendo Gen 64 with, you guessed it, 64 points, living up to his name there.
Haha, nice.
I know, gosh, that's a great coincidence, I should say. So Dede's next with 60 points. Him and Angus have had quite the rivalry in points. Nintendo Gen having a two-track disadvantage over Dede, so he should be quite proud of himself to at least be not at the bottom sort of section. Then we have Looper, who's in the call right now with 45 points. This may be where he stays unless Space Weeb and Mum can get, you know, a decent set of like 4 points per race over the next couple. So Kazu and Mum 33 and 32, so still to play for 20th, and then Nina with a sizable. I say sizable a lot more for this one because even though the points look close, these people are frequently getting like 1 point higher than the other person. So they're not really advancing much or gaining much ground if they finish just a single place over their rival. And yeah, that's all 21 competitors. The next track that will be done, I believe, is, I think it's Slide Coliseum. Is it Hot Air or is it Slide Coliseum? I don't remember it. It's Hot Air Skyway or Slide Coliseum.
Hot Air Skyway, then Oxide Station, then Slide Coliseum, and
I don't think that was the order. Let me quickly check.
And then Turbo Truck. I mean, that's the original order in the game.
Yeah, we didn't race it in that order though. I think we raced it like, I think it was Hot Air Skyway, then Slide Coliseum, then and then no wait. I think it's Slide Coliseum, Hot Air Skyway, Turbo Track, and then I wanted Oxide Station to be the finale because it's a more interesting track than.
I see.
Then the Slide Coliseums and Turbo Track. So I think it goes in that order. I could be wrong, but hopefully not. And so yeah, we're going to close in. I think all of this should be uploaded and done by July. If not, then at the end of July, and then we'll start launching the Nitro Fueled event. Hopefully we can get enough signups to make that a reality. Do you have any final comments, Looper?
If not, we can do a rerun.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if we could convince people to play this version again, but I think Nitro Fueled. I've already spoke to like enough people where I know like 6 people are interested, but we want to try and get at least 8 to make it worthwhile. So alright, we're going to end the video there. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.
Yep, see ya.